About 18 years ago, I got in the church. When I got in the church, God began to do wonderful things. Put fire, it's like fire shut up in my bones, just excited about the work of God. I remember I'd been in the church about a year, and God spoke to me about a business to get into. I was raised in the poorest part of Missouri, southeast Missouri, and frankly, I'd probably been raised as one of the poorest in the whole county that I lived in, Carter County. No complaints. I loved my parents. They were kind to me, but I remember outhouse. Nobody remembers having a outhouse anymore. I remember having that for a couple years of my growth or growing up. But when I got in the church, God spoke to me to get in the business. He blessed that business, and He favored me. And it was amazing the things that He did, and I couldn't even begin to do justice. But He also told me, when He told me to get into it, the day would come to walk away from it. I know I fought it for a little while. Money was healthy, six-figure income, and it was only going higher and up every year. Who would want to walk away from that? Not this poor boy. But God had told me to get into it. God had blessed it. And God had told me the day would come to get out of it. I got out of it 11 years ago. No longer by vocation on the ministry to become full-time, because that was the will and the want of God for me. 11 years ago I did that, and now, frankly, well, I'm just another poor evangelist living month by month. But every day has been worth it. During this time, we've seen thousands of people be born again, seen miracles happen, blinded eyes, lame walk, even in America. These things have happened, and I can't help but be excited, because I know it's not me, but I know it's God that's done it. Jesus said, "Greater works than these shall you do." And that encompasses many things. But the ability to preach and teach and bring people to salvation and forgiveness of sins, not that are pushed forward a year in the future, but they experience now and ready for eternity. What a wonderful privilege that we have. My testimony, I guess my testimony is used. I've had my knocks, I've had my ups and downs, and just like anybody else in life. But I've found that if you hold on to God, He'll hold on to you. And I'll find that He's not the God of a perfect Abraham, but He's the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob. And He's my God too. So I want to encourage you, no matter what you're going through, no matter the hurts of your life, no matter where you've been, don't let your past dictate who you are. Don't let your circumstance speak to what you will do, but follow the will of God for your life. And that's the difference between an ordinary life and an extraordinary life. It's a difference between the mundane living and the miraculous. Amen. God's always able and always speaking and always wanting. He just needs somebody willing to let Him use them. And so I guess I would testify to you that, you know what, I'm privileged. I am the most blessed man you've ever met. Something about living in that river of flowing of the Spirit of God. And that's my testimony. God will do it for me. I'm convinced He'll do it for you too. God bless.